So first, Blake and I just kind of wanted to say thank you to those of you who are joining. We know that it's kind of a late at night call, so we do appreciate you taking the time to join. We're really excited to get to share this opportunity with you guys. I am going to have all of you guys muted for now, and then at the end, we'll open it up for questions, and we'll go ahead and get started now. So I first wanted to introduce myself. I am Brooke Collins. I have been a coach now for 2.5 years, just about. I'm currently a Star Diamond coach. I'm a new mom and a military spouse. My husband's gone all the time with the military. I have a 9-month-old baby boy who's my whole world, and basically the reason that coaching is like such a big thing for me in my life. I used to be a personal banker when I started coaching. I was working like 55 hours a week, and I absolutely hated my job. I used to love banking, and that was when we lived at a different duty station. We moved to Fort Campbell in Kentucky, and it was a brand new place, and I started a new job at this new bank, and I just didn't like it anymore. It was just not what I was wanting to do. And I went through some really tough times with my personal life when coaching kind of came about. So I'll just take a step back. So we moved here from Germany, actually. We got married at 18. We moved straight to Germany, typical like military story. And we moved to Fort Campbell. And so I was just newly like back in the States and kind of like trying to readjust myself and figure out where I was at in my life. And in the middle of that, we bought a house, we bought a new car, we just acquired a bunch of debt because, everybody wants to live the American dream. And I also was gaining a bunch of weight because I just had let my fitness go because we had so many other things that were going on in our lives. My husband got his orders to deploy the day that we actually closed on our house. And so it was kind of a bittersweet day. And from that moment on, it was just kind of like time was standing still. And I was just kind of like, I wanted time to stand still, but it was just kind of moving fast, and I didn't want to use any of my spare time to work out or do anything but be with my husband. At the time, it was just him and I. We didn't have any kids. And so I saw this girl posting on Facebook all the time, and she was just sharing her journey with insanity and how happy she was, and she was talking about that crazy Shakeology drink that everybody talks about, and I was just like, what is this girl doing? And I messaged her and we talked about it, and then I was like, nah, that's not for me. And it actually took us, I want to say like 3 times, and I just kept telling her no. And then one day I messaged her, I'm like, you know what, I think I'm going to try this. And she's like, well, hey, you should sign up as a coach because you get a discount as a military spouse. And I was like, all right, like free discount, I'll sign up for that. So I started coaching in October for just a discount, and that was purely what I wanted to do. She told me to share my journey and just kind of see where that took me. And so I started to just share my journey. I was kind of somebody who like was off and on Facebook posting, so it wasn't a huge change for me, but I just started posting my workouts, and my family was watching me, and it was kind of cool to get their support too. And I just was doing really great with my results. And then we were about a week away from my husband deploying, and I got a phone call that my mom passed away. And so my whole life, it kind of came crashing down in an instant, because my mom and I, like, we had talked about, like, for this whole time that the deployment was like in our minds, like, my mom was like, we're going to get through it. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to get you through it. Don't worry. Like, it's going to be fine. And it was our first deployment. So I really felt like I needed her. And so losing her, like, I kind of lost that rock that I needed for this new thing that was happening in my life. And so I flew home. We had her funeral, and my husband actually he delayed his deployment a little bit, and he got to stay back for a little bit, and he deployed 3 days after we both got back to Fort Campbell. And that's kind of when my life, like, everything kind of hit me all at once. Like, I feel like I was kind of in a daze for those couple weeks that all that was going on, but that's when it kind of hit me, like, what I was going through. And so in all of that, in those 2 weeks of the funeral, and my husband's supposed to deploy and then he was staying home, I had this team that I was a part of, Team Impact, and I didn't really participate with them because, again, I was just a discount coach, but they provided a Christmas for my family. So I have 2 younger sisters who were without a mom at Christmas time, and Team Impact put together a GoFundMe account and provided a Christmas for my family. And that was something that, like, that's something that'll just always be in my heart, because I was a part of something bigger than me. And it was like, just them giving back to somebody who had never given them anything was just a really special time for me. So the night that my husband deployed, I was driving home, and I just kind of like thought to myself, like, I need something different. Like, I need something positive in my life. I need something that's going to just give me some change. And coaching was kind of that thing for me. I feel like God was just speaking to my heart that day. And it was hard to think of God in that moment, because I was feeling like everything was against me. But I just feel like for some reason God was there, and he placed that desire in my heart to just give coaching a try. And so from that moment on, I was all in. I did all the coach trainings. I started posting more, inviting people to join me, and it just kind of went from there. And so I ended up losing 30 pounds. We went through a 9-month deployment. In those 9 months, my husband's brother also passed away. My husband came home, and we had a miscarriage, and then his dad passed away, and his aunt passed away, and we just had like this year of pure torture in our family. And I can just honestly look back and say that coaching was the one thing for me that I can always look back on and say, like, that was the one positive thing I had going. And so when you're thinking about coaching, I want you guys to kind of consider not just the money aspect of it, not just helping others aspect of it, but the family culture that you can have behind your back in those moments of darkness. That's what's been the biggest change for me. So a little bit of backtracking again, I get ahead of myself sometimes when I talk, but 6 months into coaching, so it was about January 2014, I started officially coaching. And 6 months later, I was able to quit my full-time job. I hadn't fully replaced my income, but I did replace it enough to where we would get by with me working from home. And I just, again, felt God was speaking in my heart and saying to do this full-time and to just kind of go from there. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit about my income growth. So again, I signed up in October 2013. I made a paycheck that month of $19.44. That was probably one of my good friends who just bought a random program that I said she should do with me. And that was it. And then I didn't sell anything again for another like 2 or 3 months because I wasn't coaching. January, I officially started coaching. I rank advanced. I was helping more people. I set a goal for myself to help 3 people a month. And so 3 months into that, I was making almost $500 a month in just working the business. And then a year later, I doubled that income. And then a year later from that, I added another $400. And then a year later from that, I doubled my income again. So I had $826 in 1 month's pay in March of 2015. In March of this year, I earned $1,800. And so that's a huge blessing for my family. That's a full-time income. And I'm working with my baby home every day. Like, I get to sit here on the floor and play patty cake all day. And then when he takes a nap, I get to work. And that's the life that I wanted to build for myself. That's the life where when my husband's gone, I don't have to put my son in daycare and worry about him not having a mom or a dad. I get to be there and be the mom and the dad for him all day long. And that's a blessing for my family. The money aspect of it is great, but it's not what this is about for me. And I think that if you join this opportunity with the heart and desire to help others and to change your life, you're in turn gonna like have the money just kind of flow back to you. It's weird how it works, but like focusing on money won't get you anywhere. When you focus on changing lives, that's when it's gonna provide a big impact for you.
Hey guys, I also want to just take a minute to introduce myself as well. I am Blake Warren. Obviously, you can see that. I'm a diamond coach. I am also a military spouse. I started as a discount coach in November of 2013 after completely falling in love with C25. It changed my body and just the way I felt about myself. I gained confidence and I was just happier. So I just completely fell in love with it and decided, why not earn a discount on these products? I didn't begin actively working the business for probably 2 or 3 months maybe. I didn't really see the business side of things. I was a skeptic. But I witnessed my friends, fellow coaches' success, and I seen them spending more time with their families and quitting their jobs. And that's what I wanted. I was working a job that I hated. I was missing out on time with my husband, who, as a soldier, is gone a lot. So, that time is precious. So in, I would say maybe January of 2014, I decided to just give it a try, go all in, and, not look back. And then just 5 months later, in May of 2014, I was able to quit that job that I hated and begin coaching full time. And since then, I have been able to help my husband retire from the Army. He will be out in just 2 years. And we've also been able to buy a house here in Hawaii, where we have fallen in love with this place and this culture, and we don't want to leave. So this business has been a huge blessing for us. This is another income growth, just to kind of show you guys the potential in this business. This is our team's founders' weekly income growth. Notice that I said this is weekly. This amount is huge. And as you can see, over these few years, it's more than doubled every year, her weekly income. So we just really wanted to show you this and kind of just help you to see what's possible with this business and the things that you could do with and for your family.
Sorry, my dogs were eating the food behind me and it was super distracting. So we wanted to talk a little bit about what makes Beachbody unique. So we all know that Beachbody has these amazing fitness programs. We see all these infomercials for them, and that's kind of where it started. So when Beachbody started, they just started like with these trainers, and they made these great programs and started putting them out on the infomercials, and people were buying them and seeing good results with them. And then they saw that there was kind of a way to capitalize on those results and provide the nutrition aspect of it, because a lot of people struggle with nutrition as well. So then they added in the nutrition guides and the meal plans and the recipes and all that good stuff. And what they noticed was a lot of people were doing these programs together. So they were like, one person would buy Insanity, and then they would do it with 3 or 4 of their friends at home, or maybe, they would borrow each other's DVDs or whatnot. And they saw that peer support. And that's kind of where Beachbody came up with the coaching idea, because people were already doing that. And so they thought, well, why not reward those people for doing something that is helping our company? We want to reward those people. So the peer support came through coaching and accountability groups. And then, as I just said, the coaches are rewarded in income, but we're also rewarded as a customer for just submitting our results. You complete a program. Even if you lose 1 inch, you still can submit your results and get a free t-shirt. So it's just an awesome company to be a part of that rewards you for something that you're doing for your life. That's something special to me, to get free prizes. Like, who doesn't like prizes? I don't know. I love prizes. I think that when I get that free t-shirt, it's like that victory dance that I get to do in the t-shirt. Like, yeah, I did Insanity, that's right. And so it's fun, and then you get to celebrate that with coaches and the other people that were in your accountability groups. So we'll talk a little bit about accountability groups here in a second.
So I don't know about all of you, but charts like this kind of amaze me, just to see where a company has gone over the years. And some of you might know this, but Beachbody has not been around that long. I want to say about 7 or 8 years. I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But the growth that they have seen in just those few years is like out of this world to me. And, obviously there's never going to be a shortage of people who need, help with their fitness, help with their nutrition, help losing weight. So, now is the time, guys.
So another great statistic that we like to point out is last year, our coaches helped 1.5 million people. So a lot of people see that number and they're like, well, great, like I can't be a coach now because look how many people were helped. I'm not going to have that many more people that are out there that need my help. The great thing about this company and what we do is fitness is something that people will always need. So that doesn't need to be a concern with you, because I don't know about you guys, but like I'm not going to just like do one program and then magically be fit for the rest of my life. I'm going to do one program and then I'm going to do another and another and another. And, I'm still going to need to use these programs and Shakeology and these different products to help my progress remain so I don't fall back, because this is a lifestyle that we're creating. So they want to create that lifestyle for us to continue our results. And there's also like 4 billion people in this world. So 1.5 million isn't even a fraction of what we can do, what the possibilities are with this company.
I'm sure most of you have heard of Shakeology, and if you're like me, I was a skeptic when it comes to Shakeology. I thought that I could get the same thing at GNC and, just be better off. I don't need it, blah, blah, blah. Well, I quickly learned that nothing on the market compares to, the nutrition benefits and just the overall health value that you get from Shakeology. And for me personally, it's been a saving grace. I used to have headaches and horrible digestive problems almost daily. And Shakeology is the only thing that has helped that.
And so another concern that we just wanted to touch on is that, I was just talking a little bit about how we have that continued results that we're striving for. And so there's something for everybody, whether you're starting out and you have no idea what to do fitness-wise or nutrition-wise, or maybe you've been working out for years and you're just looking for that next step. We have something from both ends of the spectrum and all in between. We have the DVDs, the online access for people that travel, the weight loss and cleanse systems, the equipment, the supplements. It's really just an all-around product basis for everybody to like meet everybody's needs.
So challenge groups are our way of connecting with our clients and kind of, pushing each other along and, giving each other that support that you need to get through this journey. They're probably my favorite thing about coaching, because I just get to see what my clients are going through and just be there to kind of be their cheerleader. And if you're looking into coaching, it's possible that you have been in a challenge group before, so that it's just fun. We post our sweaty selfies and, we have things like Wacky Wednesday and, just things to keep this process as fun as possible.
And we also help you, sorry to add to this, Blake, I just thought of it. I don't think it's.
No, you're good.
We also don't just you don't sign up as a coach and then you're not expected to just start running challenge groups on your own. That's something that you'll work with your sponsor coach that you sign up with. You don't have to just jump into it. You're going to do it with them. Maybe you'll do a couple with them, and then once you feel comfortable, you'll start running them on your own, or maybe with your team. So don't feel like just because we're saying that you have coaches run challenge groups that you're going to be all alone when you get started. So some of the benefits of being a coach, we've touched on it a little bit. You get to set your own work hours. For me, that's huge because, again, I have a baby, so we know that I don't get a 9 o'clock wake up call every day. I get a 6 o'clock wake up call, and then I get maybe an 8:30 nap, and so I have to squeeze in my workout when I can, and then I have to clean the house and take care of this and take care of that. So I get to squeeze my work hours in whenever I have the time for it, and so that's big for me. Getting rewarded through commissions and travel and the different live events that we have and bonuses that you can earn, those are all benefits as well. The travel opportunities, our top 10 coaches in the company right now are on an all expense paid trip to Bora Bora. So, that's a dream. I would love to go to Bora Bora. Hopefully someday we'll all be there. But things like that are just priceless. Those aren't things that really a lot of people see possible in their lives, and it is possible through coaching. All of those top 10 coaches started out just like us, probably on some kind of webinar just like this at some point in their journey, and now they're in Bora Bora living it up. So just picture yourself there, and you can do it too. You can build online or in person. So you guys are probably going to laugh at me when I say this, but I'm a complete introvert. I stutter when I talk out loud. I get really nervous, and I actually have sweaty palms right now. I'm just not somebody who is super comfortable with running up to somebody in person or on a live video or on a phone call and just saying like, hey, how's it going? I'm somebody that's kind of just like, hey, how are you? And so the great thing about this business is you can build online or in person. I'm somebody who likes to build online because I get to do it from my computer. I feel safe behind it. So, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, it's up to you. I'm personally like, I think they call it like an outgoing introvert, where I'm outgoing online, but not in person. You get to meet the celebrity trainers. You get to just be yourself and inspire others. We never want you to be somebody else. We want you to be you, because you're going to attract people who are like you that nobody else can attract in their business. So we want to touch all aspects of society, and not every person can do that, for different people, I guess you can say. See, I'm already stuttering my words. I like to build online. And then also that 25% discount, that's what Blake and I both signed up for in the very beginning, and it's totally changed our lives, but it is something that you can sign up strictly for, is just the discount. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well.
So we just want to kind of take a minute and go over I'm trying to think of what I want to say here. The question that we get a lot is, am I fit to be a coach? I'm not fit. I'm not an expert in fitness or nutrition. I'm not at my perfect body, just things like that. And we want you to know that you do not have to be perfect or fit or, an expert at anything. You don't have to be a salesperson. We absolutely do not like being salespeople, so we try to stray from that as much as possible. But what you do want to be as a coach is just open and willing to share your life with your social media, share your journey, your fitness journey, and your personal journey in life. You have to sometimes we have to dig deep and kind of connect with people on a very personal level. So you have to be willing to open up to people. And you also want to be committed to these products and these programs. We have to be proof that the products do work. And lastly, you just want to be open and willing to developing yourself and just continue to improve you so that you can help others to improve themselves.
So how much time do I need to invest in my business? There might be some of you on the call who are full-time moms or dads, full-time employees in some kind of career field, full-time students, and even some of all of the above. And I can assure you we have every spectrum of that on the team as well. And to all of the people who are all of the above, I commend you guys, because I know that that's not easy, but it is definitely possible. We like to call the 1 hour a day a power hour. So we think, for me and Blake at least, we've grown our businesses working 1 hour a day. We were both working full time. We both had our husbands gone constantly. So it was kind of just, we were relying on ourselves to build a business, maintain a household, and do everything else that we had to do in our lives. And so if you're one of these people on the left who has all kinds of stuff going on, just know that in 1 hour a day, you can make this business successful. And eventually maybe you'll work 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day, but that's something kind of down the road. But 1 hour a day is all it takes to make this business work in the very beginning. So we spend 20 minutes initiating conversations, building relationships, not selling stuff to people, 20 minutes following up and inviting people to join the journey. And when we say inviting, it's not like, hey, buy my products. It's like, hey, I have this new group that's starting. Do you know anybody that would want to join? Kind of casual, like you're never forcing stuff on anybody. And then your last 20 minutes is your to-do list, checking in with your trainings, because we have trainings for you guys, the team pages, posting on your social media, checking for updates and all that good stuff. So really in 1 hour a day, this business can be yours.
So when you join your coach, you will also be joining Team Impact. And within this team, we have so many opportunities for you to grow your business. We have a leadership council, which is just the leaders on the team who come together and, create these trainings for you guys, or, just different things to help you grow. We host new coach trainings for those of you who just joined, kind of help you with the basics and get your feet off the ground. For anyone looking to advance their business, we have trainings for that. We host weekly team calls. They always feature someone who has had success in the business, and they kind of just go over, how they did it, what they did. We host business challenges. We have events together. We have a Facebook group where we can always go, if we need advice or if we have a question or just to learn from others. And lastly, we always love to recognize our coaches for, their growth in this business, or just even if they had a fitness success, we love to recognize you for that.
And so you have a couple options when you're thinking about signing up as a coach. We have what's called a regular coach that just signs up and you are ready to jump in and join the team and help others achieve their health and fitness goals. And then there's the opposite end of the spectrum where you just want to sign up for the discount. Maybe you love the products, or you're going to love the products, and you're going to want to order more Shakeology, or you're going to want to order another program, and you just want that great discount for it. Especially if you're military gets gets the waived fees and whatnot. So you have those two different spectrums, and it's completely up to you where you are on that spectrum, but just know that both possibilities are there for you. We do have kind of what's in the middle we call like a hobby coach, where you're coaching, but you're not really like pushing yourself as hard as you think you can, or as hard as you would say a business coach would. But that's something you'll kind of want to talk to your sponsor about. But the coach sign-up cost is simply just the investment in your health through a fitness program in Shakeology. We call it a challenge pack. It's going to be the best bang for your buck. And then your only paid fee that you're going to have is to maintain your 3 websites, and that's $15.95 a month. So honestly, what business do you know of that you can sign up for $140, which is your investment in your health, and then pay $16 a month to have it run for you? We don't have any websites that we have to maintain. We don't have to maintain the orders. Like, all of that's done for us. We have our own customer service that takes care of everything for us. You are just there as a coach working one-on-one with your clients, and all of the other stuff in the background is done in the background.
So at this point in the call, I want you guys to really think about what this business could do for you. I know for me personally, my husband and I were living paycheck to paycheck before this business came along. And just even an extra little date night was rare. So, when I started earning, I believe my first paycheck was actually $7. And that was huge for me. But, once I started earning, $100 a week, I was able to take my husband out on a date versus him taking me on a date. That's for me, that's huge. And then as my income has grown, I've been able to help him pay bills. We've been able to pay off debt a little earlier. So, for me, those things are big. And I just want you to really think about things that you and your family would like to do that you've, maybe had to put off because of this or that bill. What would you do if you could actually make those things happen?
And so we just wanted to finish off the call and just let you know that we believe in you. Like Blake and I, we don't even know you, but we know that this business can work for you because the coach that invited you to this opportunity believes in you. So in turn, we believe in you. We're all a team, and we're going to be there to support you every step of the way. But the person that invited you to this call knows that this can change your life the way that it's changed ours. And so we just want you to ask yourself, why not you? Why can't you have the same success that other coaches are having? Why can't you change your life the way that other coaches are changing their lives? Why can't you help your loved ones and your friends all around you change their lives? It's something that anybody can do if you're willing to put the work in and fill your heart with this desire to do more for others. So we just want you guys to really consider this opportunity like deep down in your heart and think about the opportunity that you can have. And lastly, we just wanted to open it up for questions. You guys are welcome to type questions in the chat box. You can unmute yourselves and ask the questions, whatever you feel comfortable with. Does anybody have questions? I don't want to cut anybody off. So if you are typing a question, go ahead and maybe unmute yourself and just let us know. If not, I'm going to go ahead and end the call. We went over just a little bit, so we do appreciate you guys joining. Just, reach out to your sponsor coach that invited you to this call and let them know that you joined the call. Let them know what questions you have, and we hope to see all of you on our team page eventually. And we hope you have a fantastic night. So thanks for joining, guys.
Bye.